new participant. Hi.
Hi, Lucy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Sebastian. How are you doing today?
Great, great.
Okay.
Uh,
Can you briefly tell us about your expertise, your skills, and whatever you're trying to sell on Upwork?
okay, I am a front-end and mobile developer.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 years of experience in that field, mainly in e-commerce and digital marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to sell in Upwork, I think websites and mobile apps, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting started with this program, so I'm just yet to discover that.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So, when it comes to e-commerce, I'll tell you right now, it's like super demanded. So when you start thinking about your specialization, I mean, a clear niche focus, which we recommend very much right now on Upwork because the competition is tough in every service category and not trying to frighten you, but to direct you to think about some focus. And the niche focus really works well right now on Upwork. So e-commerce is like right now a very demanded niche. And I recommend when you do your research, the job search, the keyword research, etc., when starting your profile, really pay attention to e-commerce jobs. To yeah, the when the client is an e-commerce client, pay attention on Shopify websites if you have such expertise. If you don't have, I recommend you try to do it. So mostly Shopify is very, very demanded, and all the services that come with Shopify are demanded. In other words, the development, the design, the digital marketing, everything that comes with Shopify is very demanded right now, which we can conclude is a really great niche. And in your front end development, it can be a great niche focus as well. So when you start doing your search, job search, and all the research, I really recommend you to concentrate on this niche.
Great, thank you. Great. Yeah, I was planning on learning some Shopify because that's not my main
Mhm.
experience. I've been focused on custom development.
Mhm. Yeah,
So yeah, that's great.
yeah, that's great. So we have some research templates posted there in the community that you can use for the advanced keyword research. Because when you are trying to find your focus, you need to define the keywords you're targeting. And they are usually connected with your target audience, right? So you need to find your target keywords referring to your target audience so that you build your profile strategically once you start. So you can do this shortcut and start with strategically optimized profile, not just putting their information. ChatGPT can give you like I'm reading like hundreds of profiles when doing some competitor research, for example, and many of the profiles sounds like this is the same information, and like many of them sound like ChatGPT. I know exactly this is an AI written thing. So you can, with this advanced keyword research, you can do the shortcut and go to some specific niche focus and to find out what is your ideal client looking for. And we have some materials on finding your ideal client as well. So I really recommend you check that because you're just starting on the platform. So make sure you use these materials so that you build your profile strategically. Okay, not just do some generic things.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, and
Where?
of course, keep us in the loop. Whatever you're doing, the questions, the difficulties you have, we're here to support you. You are welcome to be active in the community, to post your findings, can, bring the research results you've done and simply ask for questions. Okay?
Okay, got it.
Okay, guys. Do you think we should wait a little more for others to come, or we should start? Hi, everyone. Hi, George, Manuel, Carlos, Tanya. Hi, everyone, guys. Okay. Yeah, I think we should start. All right. Carlos is saying early bird gets the worm. Yeah, totally agree. Okay. So guys, today, like taking into account the questions asked during the last session, the questions in the community, I decided this is the right time we speak about job success score. And yeah, several of you are new on the platform, and this may sound like maybe it could be too much, but I'll try to like simplify everything because uh, you're building your profile, you're putting there like manually information about yourself. You're filling out your profile the way you want, right? You can put there anything you want, and basically no one can check this, right? Other than the verifications you are adding to your profile, no one can check if the information about yourself is like genuine, it is true or not. Okay, but the job success score is something that is generated by the system. And it is generated from the reviews of your clients. The public reviews, the star rating, everyone can see on your profile. And with the private reviews, this 0 to 10 rating you can get privately from your client. And why is this important to know and to speak about even when you are just starting? Because the most important thing that promotes your profile, that makes your profile visible, that helps you get invitations and eventually is creating the credibility of your profile is your job success score. So basically, it describes the overall client satisfaction, the overall satisfaction level of your clients, and it has several components. Guys, if it's like complicated or you have questions, please just interrupt me and ask questions right away, okay? No worries, you can stop me whenever you need that. Okay. So since I already have, and we're gonna check this with my profile, since I already have many completed contracts there, you can see the breakdown on the profile. So here it is. Okay, so I opened the job score, the score insights part, and it like I think it's been 1 year they opened up the job success score breakdown. This was a closed information and no one would really tell you how it is calculated. It still has some hidden parts, it will always have, but right now they're more open about telling how they calculate the score. So let's check out all the components of job success score and how they impact actually the job. So first of all, the requirements. It says that you need to work with 2 different clients and you need to complete 2 eligible jobs in 24 months. So let's start with eligible and with ineligible jobs. So here you can see eligible jobs. See, all of them have a rating. So all of them have a review. And here you can see ineligible jobs. And all of them doesn't have a review. Okay. So the conclusion here is when you are completing the job on Upwork and you do not get a rating, it doesn't have an impact on your job success score, and actually it doesn't have an impact at all on your profile. But let's say completing the job and getting a review always has some impact in your profile visibility. When you are just ending the contract with a review, you start feeling that you're getting more invitations, more profile use, kind of more activity around your profile. But if it ends without a review, almost no change is noticed. So there are eligible contracts and ineligible contracts which doesn't have a review. But let's get back to job success score component parts. And the first one is the client satisfaction. And it says that there are three components that shape client satisfaction. You must consistently receive positive feedback on these three components. And here it is. The public feedback, viewable as star ratings. The private feedback, not publicly viewable, which is 0 to 10 rating of how much your client would recommend you to other clients. And this is quite different from the star rating because the star rating actually checks like several aspects of your work. For example, the quality of your work, your availability, your communication, etc. So these are some separate components of your work, of the quality of overall work, the level of overall satisfaction. But the private feedback is asking one simple question. How would you recommend this freelancer to other clients? So this is kind of maybe it sounds like this is one question, right? But it really evaluates the overall satisfaction of your client. If maybe something, a deadline, you missed a deadline, but your client still was satisfied, they would recommend you, okay? And the contract ending reason, there are several reasons for ending contract. So in order for a positive impact on your job success score, your client should select the project was completed successfully. This is the only ending reason that makes the job success higher or stay the same if it's 100%. So this is the client satisfaction part, and we'll get back to this later. And guys, I'm reminding you that we had sessions about setting clear expectations, clear client expectations, and also ensuring this 100% client satisfaction. Both of these sessions are very useful for this because only the client satisfaction keeps your profile visible and keeps your Upwork business sustainable. Other than that, I don't know any other factor keeping your business on Upwork so stable and your source of income so stable. So really concentrate on client satisfaction, and I recommend you check these sessions from time to time. Long-term relationships. So on Upwork, the long-term relationships are evaluated very well because they say this means that your clients are satisfied and they're happy to keep a long-term relationship with you. And I think it's logical, quite simple to understand, right? If someone is dissatisfied, they will leave you as soon as possible. But if they are staying with you for a long time and you have this long relationship, then they are really satisfied. You are doing just great with your work and communication and everything. Let's read what they're saying. A relationship qualifies as long-term if a client's last payment is made more than 90 days after their first payment. For ongoing jobs or jobs without feedback, long-term relationships are rewarded in the place of positive feedback left by a client. And it says, for example, if a client's first payment was January 1st and their most recent payment was April 1, 90 days later, then all ongoing and completed jobs with that client are considered successful. I wanted, higher earnings part. And they're not mentioning here, guys, but long-term contracts actually have more impact on the job success score. So if you, for example, end up receiving a poor feedback on a contract that lasted 1 month, it'll result like less. It'll impact less the job success score than a contract that is like 4 month has 4 month of duration. And the same comes with higher earnings, and they consider the contract up to $250 as one job, and 251 to 1,000, it is 1.25 jobs. So you can already imagine that like every job in the job success calculation has its weight. They have a specific weight in the calculation, and the more the contract earnings, the bigger is the impact on the job success score. Yeah, and then 1,001 and plus, it is 1.5 jobs. So higher earnings, higher impact on the job success score. It feels like it is good that higher jobs impact job success score more than the jobs with less earnings, but sometimes it's quite dangerous because if you get a feedback on a large contract which is not positive, that can drop the job success score dramatically. Okay, so it feels like it is good thing that large contracts are weighted more, but on the other hand, it can be dangerous. So you need to make sure you really put care into this project. Of course, I'm not saying that if a project is smaller, you don't have to care about it, but extra caution, attention to bigger contracts. Yeah, and then we're coming to contract length, and it says a single contract with a payment every 90 days is considered an extra job toward your job success score, up to a maximum of 8 jobs. So this is kind of similar to the earnings, that longer jobs that has longer duration, they are considered like separate jobs. So this is not one job anymore. Again, this is impacting your job success score much more than 1 month length contracts. And in eligible jobs, and it says jobs with no earnings, jobs with no feedback, and jobs with feedback removed. Okay, so my eligible jobs are jobs with no feedback. Okay, I do not have any other cases on my profile, but there are these 2 other options: jobs with feedback removed, and this feature, like removing a feedback, is not available anymore on the platform. Like I guess 2 years ago, it was available for top-rated freelancers to eliminate the feedback from the profile, but right now this is not available anymore. So only jobs with no earnings and no feedback will not be eligible for job success score calculations. And then I want to bring you through this part of the eligible jobs to see how actually each job and each component of the job applies to job success score. So you see, one part of it says client satisfaction, and the other part says higher earnings, because it is like $500 contract. And all of my jobs has only these 2 components, but because they're not like long-term contracts, but that's the type of my service. I don't usually work for very long with clients, but yeah, here we go. I have one contract. It is like 1.5 year duration, and it also says contract length. So basically, this contract of mine has more impact on my job success score than all the other contracts because all of them have like two components impacting my job success score, and this one has the third component. Okay, guys, let's pause here and see how you're processing this information. Okay, let's see. Eduardo, how are you, my friend?
All good, Lucine.
How are you doing with your proposals?
I've been doing more proposals recently. I still haven't gotten any deals yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I think also my view rate has been a little low. I can't tell you exactly what percentage it has been.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, still trying to figure out that formula. So this discussion about the job
Mm-hmm.
success score is
Yeah.
something that it's relevant to me in the future, not right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great to have the knowledge of like what's being updated, things that change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, it seems like it's about future. Of course, when you like have the contract, actually, this topic will be about you. But there are like knowing how the system works uh, implies to actions you're doing. For example, you've taken one contract and you feel like you're gonna get a like say 10 out of 10 private feedback. You need to know what are your steps, right? So if this is a small contract, for example, this is $100 contract, you may know that if you take another like bigger contract, for example, $500 contract, and you do your best to get your 5-star review and 10 out of 10 private feedback, this will some way compromise the predicted negative impact of the first contract. So keeping in mind these factors that are affecting your job success score will help you to come up with an action plan when there are things required to do to fix your job success score. Because again, it is like about your credibility on the platform. Okay, guys, let me read the comments in the chat. Okay, Carlos. Okay, so it seems logical, and we forget that it's not only about delivering what's requested, but also about fostering a positive relationship with the client. Yeah, true. The relationship is what enables feedback and long-term contracts, which in turn help us secure more opportunities on the platform. Exactly. Well said, Carlos. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the very common mistake of freelancers that just start on the platform. They think about delivering the work. They think about, okay, I'm delivering what I promised, and they forget about, the great communication, building the relationship with the client, and having the long-term relationship in the mind, and just concentrating on the work. Yeah, let me read Sebastian's comment. It's pretty clear how they measure the score. It seems like Upwork really recognizes good service and relationships between freelancers and clients. So it's not only delivering a product or a service, and that's it. I'm wondering how to start getting visibility with a brand new profile. Yeah, we'll talk about this in a minute. Alejandro is saying, I'm pretty much new in Upwork, but everything makes sense. It is not just a matter of doing the work. Yeah, exactly. In client satisfaction, yeah, it's not about just delivering the work. It's about, first of all, setting clear expectations and then meeting and even exceeding these expectations and thinking about the relationship first. And sometimes I say, just do the right thing in every, when there is a conflict, conversation about something, just do the right thing and, treat other people the way you want to be treated. This kind of, small actions, small steps make you the human, not just the robot doing the work, and actually keep your client satisfied. Yeah. So guys, thank you very much for your comments. You're welcome to add more comments here, or you're welcome to speak up. And I want to get back to Alejandro's question. When you're pretty new on Upwork, how to get the visibility. So, Alejandro, it starts with building a profile that sounds credible. You don't have the reviews yet, but you can build your profile. So a complete and optimized profile is the first step. And I think I'll go to my profile to show how a complete profile can look like. So first of all, you need to do your job search. Okay, you need to see what kind of jobs are there on the market that are of your interest, that you can confidently take these projects and bring them from A to Z to the end, and they are perfectly matching your skills, your expertise, your background. Like the job was, when you're reading them, it feels like, oh, this job is all about me. I can definitely do this job in a very high quality way. And also, the tone and everything. When you are reading the job post, you're also thinking about the client, what kind of client it is, and also checking the client history to see if this can be your client. Because, the project can be about you, but the client may not be your client. So do the job search, pay attention to not only the requirements, but to the clients as well. Take out some interesting jobs. I recommend 20 to 30 job posts, and extract data, extract keywords out of these jobs. So we have there, as I said, we have the advanced keyword research template, which you can use to extract keywords. But first of all, you need to understand which niche and what type of service is really interesting for you, because there should be the demand for the service you want to provide, and there should be a room to specialize. For example, we were talking about, let's say, Shopify, right? So it's a niche, it's a clear niche focus. We can say it's narrow, the Shopify, but there is room to specialize because there is lots of demand for this specific niche. So try to find some specific niches that suits you well, that suits your background, your expertise, etc. And you see there a demand, a real demand there. So you can evaluate it as demanded service if you can see there every day, let's say, at least 20 fresh jobs for these services. Because the competition is like very tough today for almost every service category. We really recommend you have a niche focus. May we hear more about you, Alejandro? What type of services are trying to monetize?
Well, basically software engineering, quality assurance, and technical solutions.
Okay, this is cool. So yeah, very, very, very demanded services. If you find your niche, that will be great. For example, that can be like that can be a broad niche, for example, financial. But can be that more narrow. It really, the job search really will show what kind of niches, what kind of target audiences you can find there. Of course, let us know if you have if you need our help in doing your research, or bring the data, bring the job post, bring everything you find, and we can discuss what kind of specialization you can have. Okay, so please keep us in the loop, and we can discuss like everything and decide on your specialization together. So once you have this necessary data, so okay, I'm going to help this kind of businesses to achieve this kind of results. You are building your profile around this. Okay, we call it a unique selling proposition. And maybe first it will not sound very unique, but you will need to have your clear proposition on Upwork. Who you help with your services? What kind of value do you bring to the table? What kind of outcome your service will give them? What kind of results are you giving? What kind of solutions are you giving? What type of pain points are you solving exactly with your services? Once you have all this in your mind, you build your profile around this proposition. Okay, so let's take my profile's example as a complete and optimized profile example. Okay, so my specialty is Upwork profile optimization. This is my main direction. And you can see that my Upwork profile already speaks about my specialization. So it says Upwork profile that sells to ideal clients. So with my title already, I'm emphasizing that I'm building Upwork profiles and I'm putting a special emphasis in ideal clients. Because I'm not just building any profiles, I'm building profiles that target and attract ideal clients. So the title already need to speak to your target audience and already need to show the value you bring to the table, the value that differentiates yourself from other freelancers that make you stand out. Because there are like lots of people having these ChatGPT titles and or generic titles when you're checking profiles and you feel like you're reading the same information again and again and again. So make sure you differentiate yourself and your title, your description speaks to your target audience. Okay. So here we go, a completed profile, complete and optimized profile. Specializations. If you can like choose a specialization for you, that'll be great, but you can just start without a specialization. Not a big deal when you're starting. Okay, I have a consultation, which is available when you are a top-rated freelancer or you have the Rising Talent badge. So I don't know why my portfolio doesn't show. I think it's a bug. Okay, these are the completed jobs. The skill tags, you have here 15 skill tags to be added, and this need to be not just any skill tags related to the services. This need to be extracted from the jobs that you find like super interesting and matching to your profile. So you need to find out the most demanded skill tags that are matching to your specialty and bring here the 15. And here is the project catalog. Anyone can have a project catalog to show your specific services. Okay, with your profile, you can be specific with your profile, but with project catalog, you are very specific in the scope, the pricing, the timeline for very, very narrow services. That's why I really like project catalog. Here's the testimonials part, and you can request testimonials from anybody who has a LinkedIn profile and an email address. Of course, this part is for clients, actually, like requesting testimonials from clients, but you can request them from your, let's say, colleagues, co-workers, anyone who can bring here a testimonial about you and your skills, your expertise. The certifications part, you can add verified and you can add them manually. You have three certifications you can add manually, so you can put there whatever you want. And the employment history. That's it. This is a complete profile. So it starts with a complete profile. Eduardo, we're raising a hand. Please, Eduardo.
So, got a couple of questions. First of all is when you have on the top left, you got view profile. I see you got three. That's the specialized profiles you can create, right? Saying you can be like me, I can be a cloud architect and also I can be a DevOps engineer. So I should be have those two specialized profiles. Second thing I have is on the skills. I follow your advice, but even though you said it was careful about what you're supposed to be there were like specific words they let you put in. Like if I said I wanted to be, I don't know, just exaggerating, I can be the genius Microsoft administration guy. They don't let me put that on it. So I need to focus or search for the stuff they already have on their list.
Yes.
Like for example, I was looking for um let me see, I can remember which one I was looking for. Um Bicep code. It's basically infrastructure as code, but it specializes is it's a niche specifically on the infrastructure as code. Bicep wasn't available, for example, right? It's like me telling you I'm an artist, but I'm a specialized in Photoshop. But that doesn't let me put Photoshop. It's just let you put in artist or or graphic designer. Doesn't let me focus on the Photoshop. It's not that it's that over there. It's just a silly example, but so I don't know if you have encountered that. So I have to look for others kind of a thing to look on the skills, or if there any way you can put whatever you want, because when you do it in the skills, it doesn't let you put whatever you want.
Yeah, got it. Good question. Yeah, attention, guys. So yes, Upwork has some pre-approved, predefined skill tag list, and you can select only from this specific list of skill tags. So yes, you cannot add here. We're talking about this part, the skill tag part. Yes, you cannot add whatever you want. There is an approved list, and you can add skills. You need to search and find the skill that are relevant. You cannot add anything you want, but still you can add like any keyword, any word you want in your title and in your description. So these are the most important three parts of profile optimization: your profile titles, and all work profile titles and descriptions are more important because they have more visibility. So you can target any word, any keyword, any long tail keyword, any expression with your profile titles and descriptions. So the skill tags part will not, do much harm in this regard. Okay, so it doesn't matter the skill tag is there or not. You can still target the keyword with your title and description.
What about, could you show me the profiles, for example? Is it worth it to have multiple profiles, or does it help you? I don't know. Will it help you? I set up alerts on the job alerts. Would that help me to get more focused or targeted alerts, more accurate job list on something, or can somebody will be easy to find me?
Yes. Okay, so I wanted to show you another profile, guys, which I like. It was recently that I optimized because of the specialized profile. I want you to see this one. So first of all, these specialized profiles give you the opportunity of bring yourself, introduce yourself for different specialties. And if it's not different specialties, it can be for different niche focuses, for slightly different services. And yes, this way you can target different keywords and different audiences. Yes, the notifications will be set accordingly. Okay, so the notifications are they take the data from your profile and from the jobs that you are like searching and applying and saving. Okay, so they take this information and they formulate this data that will help to bring you some really good job post opportunities. Okay, it's taking too long. All right, here we go. So in this case, Konstantin has one specialty actually. So he is a Google Ads specialist. And we use the specializations to target different keywords. And in their category, in their service category, the demanded keywords are many. They're like really different. So for example, with this profile, with this Upwork profile, we target e-commerce Google Ads specialist. Let's go to another specialization. Now here we target Google Ads media buyer, which is also a very demanded and very searched keyword in their niche. And with this specialized profile, we could focus more on the results. So it's 4 times return on ad spend for e-commerce stores and brands. Okay, so we're using the specialized profiles. It's still the same service. It's still Google Ads, but we're targeting different keywords. We are putting emphasis in different things. For example, here we're putting emphasis in the results they can get when working with Konstantin. And who can get these results? E-commerce stores and brands. So it's more clarity and more space to bring this clarity to the table. And if I go back to our work profile, you can see that it is more general. All the terms are general. So which kind of opportunities does this give to Konstantin? Okay, so he's checking different jobs, and the different jobs have different descriptions and job titles and maybe skill tags or the niche focus. So he's able, when applying, to choose between these profiles, right? He can apply with all work and he can apply with specialized profiles. So, and there's one more thing. Every time a client posts a job on Upwork, they select a category. I don't know, guys, if you saw this. I'm gonna open a random job, so you see that every time they post a job, they select a category. And if this category matches your specialized profiles, your proposal has more chances of being a best match in the proposals list. So if you guys don't know, the best match is kind of a badge that you get in the proposals list if your profile and your proposal is matching to the job post. Okay, so here we go. I have one job. I'm opening one random job. Okay, well, while it's opening, Eduardo, was this clear so far? Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. I definitely thinking about creating a second specialized profile that, well, I have to fill all the stuff I have on my own. It's just a new profile. That means I need to, all those testimonials applies to that profile. Is a different one. Do I have to fill everything, portfolio, all of it?
No, actually, you only need to fill out another profile title and a description.
Okay. Everything
Yes.
remains the same. Uses my own portfolio, pictures and stuff like that, right? Certifications, everything is going to be using testimonials.
The portfolio part, actually, you can link some of your portfolio items to your specialized profiles, and they still will show on all work profile as well. Other than that, the project catalog, the certifications, and employment history will stay the same automatically.
Got it.
Okay. So I'm pressing apply now. Okay. Yeah. So here I'm opening the submit a proposal part, and right under the job title, you'll see a category selected by the client. here we go. Social media marketing. And this is actually the kind of job that Konstantin is targeting. And you can see we have the social media marketing specialized profile on his profile. So this adds to the opportunity of being a best match for example, for this job when he applies. And definitely when he applies for this job, he will select the right specialization, the social media marketing, enhancing his chances of being a best match and being discovered, being having higher positions in the proposal list and actually his proposal viewed. Okay, so see how many purposes the specialization can have, like not only targeting several audiences, targeting several keywords, bringing up several services, values, results, outcomes you can show with different profiles, but also helping the algorithm to match your profile with the right client. So guys, this may sound like too much for the start, but like opening a specialized profile doesn't require you write another profile title or description. You can keep the one you have on your Upwork profile. Okay, so you're keeping the same information. If you cannot like work on it yet, you keep the information from Upwork profile, but when applying for a job, you have an opportunity to be a best match. Does this make sense?
Yeah, makes sense to me. Thank you.
Sure. All right, guys. So this was pretty much about job success score. You are welcome to ask your questions. Yeah, and I during last session there was a question about job success score if the canceled if the canceled project impact the job success score. And here in articles, and this is Upwork Help Center, it says that the canceled project, yes, really impact the job success score. I guess it was this section. I just can't remember whose question was this. Okay, but this is also another common question, guys. If I give my client a full refund, will that prevent them from leaving negative feedback? And it says not necessarily. Okay, so sometimes people think that a refund is a solution. If they give a refund to the client, then they are safe and their job success score or anything will not suffer. But still, they can leave the private feedback. Okay, so it will still impact the job success score. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. I want us also to check the factors that affect the job success score. Okay. Okay, so again, it says high client satisfaction, good public and private feedback, long-term relationships, completing contracts successfully. This is the completing reason, and earning positive ratings. Higher value projects contribute more positively. Negative private feedback impacts negatively. Disputed contracts or poor client experiences. Disputed contracts, it means they have this practice on Upwork when there is a disagreement about the work done, the payment, anything. Usually client refusing to pay for the job because they feel like the quality is not matching to the promises or to their expectations, and they start a dispute. And a separate dispute room is being opened for the conversation, where the client and freelancer and an Upwork support agent is added to discuss things and to come to an agreement. So you can come to agreement, you can be paid, or you can make some refund. But if the contract is disputed, it will have a negative impact on the job success score. A lack of long-term contracts, which is really interesting. So, only having this short contracts may impact negatively the job success score. Higher earnings jobs with bad reviews impact job success score more heavily. And contracts without earnings and JSS. Contracts with no payments but with negative impact can impact job success. So again, this comes to the refund. If you're refunding but you have a negative feedback, it will impact job success score. And contract with no payment and no feedback do not impact job success score. Okay, I guess it was here. I want to read the cancellation part. Okay, this is, why did my JSS change? Another interesting common question. Your job success score can change for a number of reasons, even without recent activity. This is a common thing, freelancers saying that no activity was being done and suddenly my job success score dropped. So typically changes occur when new contracts are added that impact your job success, or when older activity is aged out of your job success. So guys, this is very important. They say we display your best job success score from 6, 12, and 24-month periods that we use to calculate the job success, and those time frames are updated daily. So for example, your best job success score time frame is 24 months, and you have, let's say, a very good contract with very good outcome completed 24 months ago. So now it's out of 24 months, and if you are having more bad reviews with recent contract, your job success score will drop drastically without any activity. It's just one good contract coming out of the 24-month time frame, and this is updated daily. And an example, contract with no longer count in your 6-month JSS window once it is 6 months and 1 day old. And your job success score can change because you receive poor public or private feedback from one or more clients. You receive very positive public or private feedback from one or more clients. Guys, pay attention, very positive. And by saying very positive, they mean it needs to be, the private feedback needs to be 7 and plus. So it's 0 from 10. It needs to be 7 and plus to be considered very positive. So imagine how satisfied your client should be to recommend you 7 and plus. Okay? And past jobs are no longer considered because they fall outside the 24-month time frame. Okay, guys, this was all about job success score I wanted us to discuss today. Guys, please let me know in the chat if it was clear. If it's clear for you, please put down plus. And also, guys, if you have profiles to review, put there your profile link. Here we have one link, and it is Maricel's link. She's not here, I guess, but we'll review her profile.
She'll watch the recording. And
Yes.
also, Giovanni is in call. Giovanni Quiroz, share your link if you have any updates. We can review live on call. We have literally 5 minutes.
Yes. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, let's start from the beginning. The title seems to me okay. It is targeting the most trendy keywords in data engineering and data analysis. It's still, I guess, lacking this 70 characters limit. So I recommend Maricel to add more keywords there because she still has some space to do it. Since it's pretty generic, try to bring some more specific keywords targeting some specific audience that would benefit from your services, a specific audience, a niche focus that matches best to your background, to your expertise. This is what I recommend for the title since you have a little space there. And it starts with questions. The first sentence, I guess, it's for a hook. Yeah, good questions, all addressing to pain points, to client pain points. I recommend to cut it to 3 questions only. More than 3, nothing is recommended. So try to remove 1 question from there. And then the structure is great. So she continues with her experience and how clients can benefit from her services. Okay, so about this part, you either keep how you benefit or why you should work with me, nor why work with me. Yes, one of them. Okay, so you'd rather have one why you should work with me section and the other section about your services, which is, I guess, about your services, the data engineering and ETL, AI analytics, and automation. Okay, I guess this one is odd. My approach. My approach should also go into why you should work with me section or why work with me. And I guess she has some niches. So she's saying banking, retail, insurance, and SaaS industries. So with the clear focus on one of these niches, or she can have like several there. For example, she can add here SaaS and insurance, or she can have their banking and insurance, or financial. Making the profile more targeted will increase chances to attract more specific clients. So adding there, if Maricel, if your expertise is deep in SaaS or banking or insurance or retail, bring here in your title a clear niche focus, okay? Okay, other than that, seems okay to me. I prefer some short, very clear call to actions. For example, message me to book a free, let's say a complimentary call, or message me to discuss more details, or book a call with me to discuss the details of your project and put together a plan for you. So I really prefer some more clear and short call to actions. But other than that, it looks great. The skills are great. The certifications are great. They are verified. Yeah, and also the employment history. So I guess right now you should work on the portfolio part. And in your case, it should be case studies about like building ETL pipelines, for example. Okay, whatever service you're trying to sell, for each service you need to have there a portfolio item. And in your case, it should be a case study presented in a format, the problem or the challenge, the solution, and the results. These 3 parts you need to have in your portfolio description. Okay, and when creating the portfolio, you need to make sure you put the keywords you're targeting also in portfolio titles or in your role description, and also adding this same skill tags. And you have 5, limitation of 5 in your portfolio items, same skill tags to your portfolio items. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Maricel, when you check the recording, you are welcome to add the portfolio and let me know to review it, okay? And guys, we can move to any other profile review if you, okay, Giovanni is here. Okay, while it's opening, we can talk a little bit. Giovanni, what is your experience filling out your profile? Last time, yes, please.
I made some adjustment based on a CV feedback that I took from Carlos that I really appreciate. But I haven't done my keyword research based on my profile or abilities, right? So it might be a bit empty on those kind of details, right?
Mhm.
So that's basically. I have a question regarding you will see it, but I really want to focus on the Web3 kind of side of things because it's really a good niche and unique. Um, but I wanted to make it as a first option and then use my full stack abilities as well as a
Mhm.
complementary of the Web3. So that's my bigger question right now. The other day we had a meeting where we actually literally changed my mind on how to approach this because I'm really looking into Web3 more than full stack, but I know that full stack is a complement of the Web3 in a way.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll share with you a very good profile, very good optimized profile, which specializes in Web3. Um, so if we speak about the profile title, the first, if you decide to specialize in Web3, the first part needs to be about Web3, okay? So you'd rather have Web3 developer, for example. If I do the quick check with the search bar, we can see the keywords for Web3. So the first one comes Web3 developer. So instead of saying senior full stack developer and then going back to Web3, start with Web3 developer, okay? And yeah, you find the right specialization for Web3. I think they have quite similar specialization there. If you check jobs for Web3 developer, you will see exactly what kind of category your client selects for Web3. So very demanded services, Web3 developer and Web3 designer. And I guess your part is development, which is like super demanded. Yeah, and once you find this, the results, the jobs that are matching to this Web3 development requirements, you extract the pain point of this client, okay? So usually they're trying to build secure, robust solutions for Web3 token, blockchain, websites, right? So these are, I'm bringing some random examples of what kind of main core needs they can have there, what kind of pain points, what kind of solutions they looking for. So go check this Web3 development jobs And that's the exact keyword you need to look for in that search bar. Find those jobs, see what they really need, what is their pain point, and bring it here like a hook. I was just checking Marcel's profile. So bring the first sentence about their pain point to give them a hook to say that this is exactly what they are looking for. Your profile match for their job post, okay? And then describe here Web3 services. So usually, again, very demanded is token, blockchain, and DeFi, okay? Give the breakdown of the services connected to Web3. And then add with a clear call to action. What is the next step they need to take with you to initiate the contact, to initiate the process with you, okay? For example, message me to book a complimentary call to discuss your Web3 project in detail, or book a call with me so that we could put together a plan customized for your Web3 project. Okay, here are some clear steps, some targeted message to Web3 clients. The skill tags checking, yeah, I think Web3 there should be something with Web3 which is missing here. There should be a keyword containing blockchain you have here. Okay, now I think there are some more keywords related to
the first three at least, DeFi, blockchain, and smart contract are related to Web3.
By the way, you see the skill tags as well when checking the job post. Or when
Okay,
checking
great.
the job post, you will see that selected skill tags.
Then based on that, should I get rid of the full stack part, even though it's my what I have been working since past, I don't know, 6, 8 years?
It's not just getting rid of everything. Okay, you're just bringing some clear focus. Okay, so you are still a full stack developer, which is great that you are full stack, but you are just putting more emphasis on Web3 and Web3 specific skills and services. You can bring the other full stack development skills there in profile description or in skill tags as long as they support the Web3 services, the Web3 skills, right? So we're talking about the focus. It's not just about skills, right? It's about focus. And if you decide to specialize in these services, Web3 services come first, and then you can add the services and skills that support Web3.
Pretty clear.
Yeah, and the portfolio as well, right? So if you are targeting this, you need to have at least 3 portfolio items describing Web3 services, blockchain projects, token, NFT, I don't know, anything connected to Web3. But clear examples of showing that you already done this project, okay? All right, the certifications part. Oh, if you can add like a couple of more like manual, some Web3 related certifications, that'd be great. Try to have some testimonials. If you had colleagues from, if you had clients from past clients, if you have some colleagues, coworkers, anyone who knows you and your skill set, expertise, anyone who has a LinkedIn profile and email address, ask them to give you some testimonials. Also, ask them to mention, to, again, having focus on Web3, okay? Whatever you decide to specialize in, all the profile parts must be aligned, okay? So whatever you add on your profile, just put your focus on your specialization.
Copy that.
Okay, any other questions regarding profile?
I think that's it, friends. Thank you so much for all joining. Eduardo Sancho, I see you, bro. Good job. Good job. Hi, as always, Jorge, John. Let's fucking go, guys. Thank you so much, Lucine.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. I'll see you in a week.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Goodbye.